I've been making book talk content for over 5 years now. I started when I was 16 and I'm almost 22 now. So there's your supporting evidence. I rest my case. But I want to just talk about like ways I think that this has changed or book talk has changed. And it's not always in ways that I think are awesome. And this isn't, I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm not hateful. I'm not mad. First, I think it's so much more saturated now. Like I remember when I started my book talk, it was when reading started to become like a normal thing for people to be doing and talking about. And I was like, finally my time, because I'd always liked to read as a kid. And it wasn't always this like aesthetic, marketable thing. Like it was something you knew about and you read about on your own time, but it was really hard to find people that were also into it. And especially if you were younger, like you didn't have an online platform. I know Bookstagram like emerged before Book Talk, but I didn't even really like have a phone for all of those periods of time or whatever. I just think like there's so many more books now, and there always have been a lot of books, but like marketed towards us that it's confusing and like harder to siphon what is and isn't palatable for ourselves. I also think that a lot of the content that creators create is unrealistic because it's by like the standards of being a content creator, period. And to me, I want to make content that other people that are integrating reading into their regular lives can consume and digest and use for their benefit. Like for the entirety that I have had this account, and my following's like large-ish, but I've also built that brick by brick. And I don't like study the algorithm or anything. Like to an extent, yeah, you want to look at what's trending, whatever. But I've always wanted to just talk to people about books, bro, And how are books relatable to me if I'm not living my life? Like, to me, it's always been supplemental. It provides me with nourishment. And again, this is such a large part of my identity, and to an extent, my life is about books, but my life is also about my life, and the books and my life work in tandem to enrich one another. I always want them to work together and not separately, or to meld together into one thing only. Yes, I can spend an entire day reading for sure, easily. But also, everyone wants to be an influencer now. I used to feel like people would recognize me for my voice more than my hobby. Like, I could get on here and say anything and it would pop off if it was something worth saying. Now, I don't think that that's true at all. It has to all be relative to my niche. And I don't always want it to be. Like, I enjoy multiple things and I want them all to work together. This is why I shout out, like, Chloe Ferrero is one of my favorite influencers because she is genuinely just recognizable because of her, and I strive. But I don't know how to unbox myself from, like, the niche. I be throwing funky fits. I have 4 years worth of college experience, and, like, I'm a confused 20-year-old. I could talk about that all day, but that's not... I don't want to edit a video over and over again that's the same thing. Like, yes, but no, right? I always want it to be nuanced in some way. And I just feel like it's weirdly become more roboticized. And I don't want to spend hours editing. I just want to tell you what I think. I don't mind editing. I'll edit too. But the purity of the video its value cannot be placed in the editing to me at all. Anyway, I'm just rambling. What do you think has changed about book talk? Every once in a while I like crash out and make a video like this. But yeah, I set up my tripod. I make my lighting look nice. I might write a script even for like a review, whatever. But I want those raw, enriching videos. Like, what is your reaction? I don't have a mic set up right now. I don't want to always set up a mic. I don't. Then how do you... I don't want a script.